Man, honestly, the Sprite music back in the day, I don't care what anybody says. Sprite music back in the day was where it was at. I still like that 8-bit music. And luckily, it's royalty free. Yay!
I prefer Sierra Mist music.
Hey. Well, they don't even call it that anymore. What's the new name for Sierra Mist?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Starry, and it's because this Instagrammer, her real legal name was Sierra Mist, and she had the name, and they got in like a brand dispute, and fucking tried to sue her for the name, and they lost. So they fucking had to, so they had to change the name of Sierra Mist to what it is now.
And now it's the worst name of any soda ever.
Yeah, nobody drinks it. Nobody knows. There's no recognition. There's no brand recognition at all. Nobody fucking knows who the fuck Starry Mist is or whatever the fuck it's called
It's
now.
just Starry. It's not Starry Mist. No, see, Starry Mist would make it seem like it's like something related to Sierra Mist. No, the name is just Starry, which makes no sense. It just has nothing to do with anything.
So wait, why did they?
What?
Why did they have to rename the?
Because they lost the
Because they
lawsuit
lost
that
the
they
suit.
fucking that they put against Sierra Mist.
They challenged her to a fight.
And she was
And then
gonna let it go. She was gonna let them keep rocking the soda
I
name. She was like, "Well, I don't care about your soda name." They were like, "We care about your name," and she was like, "You're fucked then." Anyway, that's a little bit of soda history for you guys. More recent, I guess, soda politics, soda news. For your
Weird. Like, how can you like literally sue someone with their name, bro? Like, what
Bro,
monetary value?
the thing is, her name wasn't even spelled exactly the same way, but it was Sierra Mist, so like it was really close. It wasn't like exact, but it was super close. It was like with a C. It was like CIRA
that's stupid.
something.
That's really stupid. They cared that much.
GIARA.
Some
Probably.
some crap. I don't know how to spell that, but it was that. Yeah.
That's why.
So yeah, they had to change their name because they lost the suit. Anyway, welcome to Pokemon League Championships, Season 8, Playoffs Week 1. We're finally in playoffs. We're done with regular season. We finished last week. You should have been paying attention. But we are done with regular season now. We are into the golden era of the season. This is where everything counts. It's no holds barred. Single elimination, especially on play-ins where you don't even get the best of 3. So like you just fucking go in and do your best and hopefully you come out on top, man. But that's where we're at. So we only have two battles for you, and they are, like I said, best of ones this week because we because it's play-ins. So next week, however, I'll give you a little. Next week has a potential, it's not guaranteed, of 12 matches. It's possible they'll all be recorded. I don't know. It really comes down to if Speakman or Zach can get Dan and Brendan to record, which I don't think should be a problem, but
now we can do it.
But if they get it to work, so we'll potentially have to break next week's stream into 2 over the course of 2 days, because that's a long one. And then from there, we go back to our regular, anywhere from 4 to 6 matches, and then we'll go to a final of possibly 3 matches, probably 2. Yeah, so this is, huh?
I think you need to welcome our other guests on the stream.
Yeah, well, I am getting to that. I would like to thank everybody for showing up today. Speakman, thank you for showing up.
As the fellow member of the PepsiCo product podcast, glad to be back.
It's good to have you there. Yeah, you guys know that it was cheaper to purchase the train of restaurants of Taco Bell and KFC to make more money making them only sell Pepsi than it was
And
to
Pizza
compete
Hut.
than it was to compete with Coca-Cola. They just bought restaurants. They were like, now you only sell us.
That's why you have KFC, Taco Bell, Long John Silver's, and Pizza Huts that can all exist in the same exact building because it's
Yeah,
all the same company.
slash gas stations even.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, a little bit of soda history for you guys. All right, so
They took the KFC out of my Taco Bell with bullshit.
yeah, I
You
mean,
know, I was a fan of when you had those major companies like filling in potholes and then putting their advertisements on them. I thought that was fucking awesome.
yeah, but you can't, you know, tell people to be good corporations forever, right? Because
Well, I mean,
no
it
such
wasn't even
thing.
that. I think it was the state legislations that got in their way, right?
Yeah, something like that. You know how bureaucracy works, but we're not going to get into
Domino's
that.
doing it in like 2020.
Well,
They were
yeah,
like, the government was like, but if you fill in the potholes, and what will we waste our tax dollars on?
they're
Well,
like, fuck you.
you know, that's another discussion on embezzlement and crazy
Can
shit.
you
Yeah,
imagine? Can you imagine? They're like, now you got to dig up those potholes because you filled them in illegally.
Hey, yeah, we need you to destroy this street real quick.
All right, guys. So I'd also like to give a shout out to Brian for sitting in today.
Hi.
Brian, thanks for joining us. And then
I
Zach.
was in play-ins.
Yeah, you were in play-ins.
Played a game of
Being
Pokemon.
the
Your
operative
game's
term.
second.
Hmm?
Your game's second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you know, we've been talking shit about soda for long enough. Let's just get into this match. This is Brendan versus Jordan. I know we can't see Jordan's name here, but this is Brendan versus Jordan. Jordan and Brendan had a pretty crazy fight in season where they agreed to have no weather, which really only helped Brendan. It didn't really
Yeah,
it didn't really hurt Brendan that much, but it hurt Jordan a good bit. And Brendan took that, so this is their rival match here in play-ins. Both trying to make it 2 playoffs from this spot. Nothing guaranteed, but should be a good one. You guys ready?
It's kind of
yeah.
it's funny, as you'll see in the match. They had kind of a similar unspoken agreement with concerning the weather.
Oh, did they?
So,
Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, we'll get into the match here because it's a long one, so I don't want to waste any more of our time.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said 0.
Yep. We're gonna start at 0. 1, 2, 3, go.
By the way, happy Mother's Day to anyone watching. You know, hope you enjoyed the day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. But
Happy
not
Mother's
the
Day to
fur
Shannon
moms.
Rush.
Gee, you need to get it right. Kevin Bradford.
It is
Hey,
asleep
guys,
next to
I'm
me right now.
Ah,
Holy shit.
I just want to point out, I've said it before, Brendan's team is stacked here.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan's team is kinda silly.
His team is goddamn terrifying. That's a fucking lead and a half right there.
That is.
Alright, so we're gonna switch out Palafin here, because might as well get that charged up.
No. We're definitely not switching Palafin. We're leaving him in.
Base Palafin can do some damage if it needs to.
I
Not
have
a lot
I
of
have
damage, but it
I've
can do
used a
some damage.
lot of shit from base Palafin, just like not knowing what his attack stat is.
It's not like huge, but like you're still taking damage from like a water type hitting you with stab moves. I think it's
Is it
like
like-
base
is it-
80 or something.
I thought it was like 100.
It might be 100. I don't know that I actually ever looked at this base form stats.
I'm pretty sure it's 100. He's like not super frail either.
No, I know that. I know it's not frail.
This is a sick play from your boy here.
It's his base attack is 70.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Super. That's not super terrible.
Maybe I just always get
It's-
hit and run
oh,
with it. I always think hits a lot higher.
But it doesn't.
Yeah. Brendan and I discussed for a good bit before, the minute that he knew he was in plans against Jordan. He was like, yeah, so I think this is what my plan is. We talked about how, like, good fucking steel types are against Jordan outside of exactly, against Torkoal. The other thought that he had was, like, terraing Goldango and just kind of letting it go on a tear. And also just like a bunch of like bulky things, like a very bulky Arcanine set to just really kind of just wreak havoc.
Pick of the devil.
Who?
Brendan just walked in.
Oh. Do you guys like live together or something?
No, I think they're watching anime over at Brian's as soon as this is done.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh god, no, we just started. We're in for a long ride.
Boom. Rock Slide does almost all the damage. Just kidding, it did nothing.
Well, you know, it's at
Yeah,
minus
so are we
1.
watching the same rock slide?
No, yeah, it didn't do anything. Salamence looking like it's on a crazy person's team.
I don't know about you guys, but why aren't we switching DD out? It does no damage to either of these Pokemon.
It's a good question, and it's very useful to set terrain.
Against Brendan's large amount of priority moves.
Yeah, Brendan does have a lot of priority moves.
I think Brendan was like expecting him to switch it out as well, which is why it is that he earth powered the
Yeah.
DD slot. Because like all of Jordan's switch-ins there, barring Bronzong, just really do not want to take a hit from Arboliva between Earth Power and whatever grass move it's carrying. Probably Energy Ball.
I just feel like if he loses in DD, he kind of just loses this whole match. So like, no matter what way you stretch it,
Those suck.
that's
I don't necessarily know that if he loses in DD, he loses the entire match, but it does throw off a lot of what he's trying to do.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of keeping this in still.
Well, you know, good thing it's not your fucking match. I'm just kidding.
Yes, friggin' backseat gaming.
Speakman,
Can't
so
wait for you guys to watch me like swiftly 2-0 Zach next week on stream.
Hey,
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Game the entire time.
Speakman,
Maybe,
you know, so obviously you played Advanced Wars, Speakman, right?
Yeah.
You know Sammy's super,
Yeah.
so where you can basically capture buildings in one hit.
Yep.
So this guy, I like stationed a guy like just in these trees outside this guy's base because he had like a medium tank on the base, so I couldn't do anything about it. And so I saved my super, and then I did some other stuff, and he just like attacks everything. And then the last thing he does is he like parks next to the trees so he can see my guy. And he left his base open, and I just fucking popped the fucking super and took his base with a 1 HP person. And fucking won the game. And he's like so pissed.